Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, not in my cider shed, but in a house in Devon, with some more cider to try. And in the last film, I tried something from Lay Cox, is that right? Lay Cox cider, yeah, and it was their dab at it. I said in the next film, I'm going to try another one from them, a blend called the Admiral. Well, I tried it, filmed it, didn't like the film very much, thought it was a bit rubbish, I was a bit tired, wasn't great. Did I like the Admiral? Yeah, it was alright. I thought it was better. The blend was better than the single variety. I did think so. But there wasn't a great deal in it. But yeah, it was fine. It wasn't too bad. But today we've got something we've had before. And actually when we were in Devon, but last time we were in Devon, we were filming it in the garden because the weather was a lot nicer. It's from Sandford Orchards, from Crediton, near Devon, near Exeter, I believe. But a few of their things, we had something called, what was it called? The General, I think. We had one called, it was Apple and Oak, I think. And they weren't too bad. But this is 4.5. It's one of the more sort of like core range, I think. It's got some apple, it's the key apple varietals. On the back it says, Yarlington Mill, Tremlett's bitter, Woodbine. Never heard of that one, gonna have to look it up. So unfiltered, hazy, doesn't look like it's bottle conditioned to me. It's quite light in colour, but it's probably been watered back. Any ingredients on here? Ingredients? Any ingredients? Any ingredients? No, but I think I read somewhere that it's got sulfites, but I think they also add malic acid. It's got some water in, so watered back to 4.5. It's got a few bits and bobs. Some sugar as well, so I don't know if they're chaptalizing or what. But anyway, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm quite a big Sandford Orchards, lots of different things. Quite a lot of bubbles there coming up, if you can see that. Smoking gun, there you go. Let's pour it out. So force carbonated, it's unfiltered. Yep, unfiltered. Oh, so anyway, there you go. So it's quite light in colour, but it's been watered back, but it hasn't got much of that amber characteristic I associate with, you know, Tremlett's bitter and Yarlington Mill. But it says key varietal, so I don't know what Woodbine is. I don't know if it's a sharp, sweet, bit sharp, whatever. I'll look it up, put something on the screen here with my sort of like the editing stuff I've got on my phone, which isn't as good as stuff I've got at home, but does the job, Smell it. I mean, subtle, very subtle. It's very cold. I don't smell anything. Hang on. I mean, maybe the merest suggestion of apple. Maybe the merest suggestion of sweated apple, possibly. I'm not sure. It's like sort of, really good. I mean, the merest hint of apple. That's what I'm getting. That's about it. Nothing else. Yeah, maybe sweated. I don't know if that's power suggestion because I know what's in it, but yeah, don't know, let's try it. Quite fizzy. So on the back here, it's got this little guide. So it's got like a sweet, medium, dry. This is just to the sweet side of medium on here. But actually, you know what? I think it's alright. I'd go medium. It's actually very sympathetically sweetened, this, I have to say. So I assume it's sweetened with sugar rather than chaptalised. They're sweetening it with sugar and then pasteurising, one assumes. Yeah, they must be doing that. So that'll be what the sugar is. Hope you enjoy that tweet. I mean, not really getting any tannin at all. No, not really. But the suggestion of tannin about it, the suggestion of cider apple about it, I have to say. It's not just like an eating apple. It's not like a Braeburn or a Jazz or something like that. There is sort of like an slightly earthy character to it. So I'm detecting some of that cider apple character in there. It's actually all right. It's actually all right because it's not too sweet. It's actually not bad. Maybe bit heavy-handed in the carbonation, but the bubbles actually feel quite fine. They're not too much. And it is pretty cold. You know what? That's all right. It's not set my world on fire. It's not super complex. None of that. But it's not too sweet either. And there is a slight skin-like quality to it. It almost reminds me a bit of the russet, or like the medium dry from Turner's, which is using eating apples. Phil Turner's using eating apples, not cider apples. So this is tending to more towards that, even though they're using sort of like a certain amount of cider apples. It doesn't say how much proportion of it, but I like Phil Turner's ciders. And although this he's making like with in the Eastern County style, he's in Kent, he's using eating apples. These are in the West Country, using cider apples. So it shouldn't really taste like that. But it does. And actually, I quite like the flavour of those. So I quite like the flavour of this as well. So it's all right. It's actually all right. Don't mind it. For 4.5, easy drinker. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'd have that one again. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be top of my list. Don't get me wrong. But I'd have it again. Okay. And actually, it's pretty cold. I think as it warms up, it's going to get a bit more complexity. So I haven't done it any favours by having it so cold. But, it was in the fridge. What are you going to do? All right, guys. So there you go. Devon Mist from Sandford Orchards. It's all right. It's all right. So, guys, thank you for joining me once again in this house in Devon. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.